Hi everyone, it's Talia from Motherhood, The Real Deal, and welcome back to my channel. I'm sitting here today with Aliya, who is a self-love coach, because today we are going to be talking about self-love and the importance of self-love. Can I say self-love anymore?
You can say as many times as you want.
Exactly, love thyself. Those of you that follow my blog will know that I have been banging the drum loud and proud about self-love and why it's so important for everyone to practice self-love. So I really wanted to have a chat with Aliya today and think about why is it that self-love has become so important in this day and age. Why do you think that is, Aliya?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that are going on with obviously the mental awareness that's happening nowadays. It's crucial from the school to professional business to even mums, yourself, as you can understand. And me, myself, being in the corporate world, it was very much very stressful. You do get burnout, you do have somewhat stress, you do have some sort of anxiety. We kind of abandon that and we don't really take time out to give ourselves just a bit of tender love, care. And that's why self-love is so important. It has been around. I'm going to be honest, it's been around. But however, I think we need to continuing putting those habits, together. So for me, self-love is important in terms of just taking time out. That's just what it is. Just put a pause button. Put a pause button with yourself and think what it is that I just want to do. A lot of people resonate with it differently. Okay, for you it might be you have a child, so it's more like I just need time out from my daughter,
or just go to the toilet in peace to have a poo.
For me it's like I just want to take some time out because I'm a social butterfly. So I just endorse other people's energy and problems and challenges. So I just need time out for myself, and just for me it's like going to yoga. That's one of the things I just love doing, meditating there and just doing a bit of self-care and exercising, or just even doing my hikes. I love my hikes, just going out in the air. Nature does wonders for you. I'm not sure about what you kind of.
Yeah, well, for me, I think, as a mum, you're always so busy giving to other people and, you very rarely take time out to sort of love thyself, as it were, and you can really get face burnout, and I've had that many times, and I ended up with a massive health crisis last year as a result of that. So I think for me, it's just feeling when you're getting to that overwhelm. I mean, actually it would be better to get that, find out that you're getting to that overwhelm way before you get to it, and self-love, because the point is once you've reached that overwhelm, it's almost too late, isn't it? So I guess what you're saying is to build in some daily things as part of your routine, however small they may be, to create some time to have a little bit of self-love. So I guess for me that could be waking up 10 minutes earlier to meditate or do some exercise, or it could be instead of doing the chores in the evening, finding the time to run a bath, or maybe just taking 10 minutes out to go for a walk and grab a coffee when I'm feeling stressed at the weekends because we're just running around. So what other ways can we try and implement those sort of self-love habits into our lives, do you think? Especially thinking about mums and busy mums who just feel like they just can't carve out that time for themselves to create self-love for themselves, I guess.
I mean, there's one that I tend to do, hopefully it can help mums, is mindful breathing. So it's the first thing you wake up in the morning, and it's when you inhale and exhale slowly. So it's just closing your eyes, inhaling. So it's a bit of a yoga kind of mindful breathing. You inhale with your eyes closed, and then exhale. Just think of calmness, and at the same time you can put some gratitude as well. I mean gratitude is quite, I would say, very much kind of done where you write down your gratitude in terms of you're thankful for this, I've been good at that. But also I think we need to also associate, I haven't done well in this, and my kid is doing my head in, and that's it. We can be open about that. Write down what has happened on that day or the morning, and then just think, actually it's not been a bad day, because I'm mindful at the moment that it's whatever's happened during the day, I'm still breathing, I'm still living.
I'm still living, exactly. That's so
have a
true.
comfortable home.
Yeah,
so.
that's so true. Because actually, at the end of the day, when I do my gratitude practice, I will often say, I'm grateful for my life and I'm grateful for my health. And actually, one of the things I want to talk about, we've spoken about this before over on the YouTube channel about that critical inner voice, and self-love is partly, I guess, trying to sort of just shush that little critical voice, and also just focus on like the good things that you've done, the great things you might have achieved that day, however big or small. But it's interesting on the gratitude front, because one thing that I was talking to someone else about recently was we spend a lot of time being grateful to others. When we do our gratitude practice, we're always talking about, I'm grateful for my partner, I'm grateful for my family, and all this kind of stuff. But what about being grateful for ourselves, and if you like, self-gratification? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think that's very much, you touched upon it. I think if you cannot self-love yourself, then how can you self-love others? I mean, that's quite a big statement. I mean, we are our worst enemy.
Oh, totally.
So, I mean, we do it to ourselves. Sometimes I do it to myself thinking, oh, I'm not good at this. Oh, that's not going right. But, that's fine. It's fine, because we're all human. We go through emotions. It's what we call the mind chatter. It chatters in our brain.
I have so much mind chatter. Oh my goodness. I'm like, just stop already with the mind chatter.
so and it's just those things. And then it's knowing how to kind of switch away from that mind chatter, and those where the tips come in terms of, okay, I need to kind of abandon that and think of the positive notes, as in, okay, it's happened, let's see what I can do in the moment. Challenges are fine, challenges are growth, but yeah, it's going back to you and thinking, okay, I haven't done a bad job, okay, it didn't go my way, but it's still done.
Why are we so hard on ourselves? Like, why do we beat ourselves up? Why do we have almost like a culture of doing that? Like, what is fueling that?
I think it could be a number of things. I think it's expectations. I mean, I can only speak for myself. It's, from my cultural background, it's more like, and being the eldest, I have to lead an example. And then it's also the community factor around you. Like, they also look at you as in, oh, so-and-so, Aliya's from here and she's doing so-and-so. It's that status around that. And then it's the corporate life, whereas you have to, again, you have to be a team player, you have projects to fulfill, you have to complete. And then not only as a female, I can only speak for, is then you have to go home and then you have to fulfill your home life. So you got the stress from the outside, and then you come home and you want that to be as comfortable, but we don't let go of the outside. And I know many people that bring their stress at home, but we want the home to be our sacred place, that we can just let go and be sanctuary and have that balance and harmony.
It's so
but it's
hard,
very hard.
isn't it?
It's very hard. I mean, I can only imagine with your little one running around thinking, I've just come home and I've just done a podcast and now I have to manage my daughter.
But actually, it's about celebrating yourself for those things and thinking, hey, I managed to do all that, not beating yourself up. Because for me, it's about beating myself up that I'm not doing anything well, when actually I should be giving myself a bit of self-love for the fact that I'm able to do all these different things. I'm able to be a mom, I'm able to work for myself, I'm able to just about keep on track of like the domestic scene. But as women in particular, I feel like there's so much on our shoulders, because it's like, I feel like we're kind of like in a vulnerable place right now as women, because I think there's so much going for us, but equally we've got quite a lot, almost, this sounds harsh, but like going against us, because there's just no room for maneuver. Like you say, if you're going to work and you've got the home life and you've got the sort of parent life, and it's like there's no break. I think, in a nutshell, to summarize, I think that is why the self-love is so important. That is why we need self-love more than ever before, because of the hecticness of life, because of the demands we put on ourselves, because of the expectations we put on ourselves. And that is why self-love is so important. So I just want to end with one final tip from you. Sorry to put you on the hot seat. What is the one final sort of like SOS tip for someone that is just really needing some self-love right now? What would be your parting words?
I would just say, just don't be hard on yourself. I think if, everyone goes through their own challenges. And I think, in terms of, it's just go out and just chat with someone. I feel like when I go out to my yoga class, I love to be around people, and the older women, they make the joyful, the smile. Because I mean, working for myself, you can be in a kind of in your own little space, but just go and meet others. I mean, other people might be facing their own challenges. Just have a cup of coffee, have your chatter, and you'll forget all the other stuff, really.
It's true, connection, that connection.
Yeah.
I find as mums, sometimes we forget about that because we're so sort of stuck in our whirlwinds of trying to get everything done. We forget about how amazing it feels to connect with others. So there you go. Self-love is actually not just about loving yourself, it's also about looking outwards and connecting with others. So thank you so much.
No,
It's been fantastic to have you. This little chat is part of the whole Self-Love Sunday event and series that we are creating. We've got our first one coming up at the end of March. I'll include all the information down below on the Self-Love Sunday that we are co-curating.
Awesome.
Yeah,
We've
it's very
got lots
exciting.
of workshops that will give you a lot of self-care, a lot of self-healing. So we'll be excited to just connect with you guys. Come over. It will be a very joyful, harmony, happy, kind of just take time out.
Yes,
come
and
to
love
our event.
thyself.
Yes.
All right, everyone. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Bye from
See
us,
you.
and don't forget to hit thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks, everyone. Bye.